starting a rapport, starting to earn trust, it would have been an entirely different scenario. Flirting. Maybe it's a wink. Maybe it's a smile. Maybe it's a compliment. Maybe it's what you wear. Maybe it's how long you hold someone's gaze. In any case, does flirting work? Yes. And I'll tell you what works best with various genders. Hi, I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh, and I'm here for you on Local Now. Now, I have a PhD in clinical psychology, but while I was in graduate school, I became absolutely obsessed with the science of human mating, mainly because I loved attachment theory, the ways that people attach across the lifespan. And so I have a podcast called Mating Matters, and it looks at almost all human behavior through a lens of evolutionary psychology and human mating strategy. Now, flirting is a really interesting one because it's an obviously very important mating strategy, and why and how people use it can increase their mating success or decrease it. For instance, I remember years ago when I was a young woman, I was exercising outside, and as I was walking to my car at a park, this guy came up to me, and he was so frank and so honest. He just said, "I find myself very attracted to you. I'm wondering if I can take you out sometime." Well, I ran to my car so fast and locked the door. It felt creepy. Now, what if he'd said, "Hey, I like your car. I'm thinking of buying one like that. Is it good?" And starting a conversation, starting a rapport, starting to earn trust, it would have been an entirely different scenario. So, like most things in psychology, there are lots of researchers who study love, human mating, and yes, flirting. In fact, at the University of Nicosia in Cyprus, researchers took 47 different flirting behaviors and narrowed it down to 9 different categories that included things like non-verbal, the looks, the smiles, the winks, the hair flips, to verbal, compliments, and what kind of compliments, to just displays, like displays of your physical assets or displays of your intelligence. And what they found is that men and women respond to flirting in different ways. So, not surprisingly, men respond to visual cues, meaning that they like a woman who's attractive and takes care of herself. Getting dressed up and practicing some self-care is a physical flirting behavior. So women prefer intelligent men. And the way men showcase their intelligence is through humor. I mean, think about it. You have to be pretty highly intelligent to read the room, understand your audience, think in double entendres, know the references, and be able to be quick and sharp and funny, right? So it's a great way that evolution created this trait for men to display their intelligence. The other thing that women liked were sort of slightly longer gazes. Research has shown that if you hold someone's look eye to eye without blinking for at least 3 seconds, like this, 1, 2, 3, that's an awkward amount of time if you're not interested in somebody. So that's one way that women say, "Oh, he must be interested. He's holding the gaze a little longer." And for both genders, smiles work all the time. Now, we are in COVID. I do not recommend heading out into the real world to flirt too closely with somebody. And if you have a mask on your face, clearly smiles are not going to work. But a lot of this can be done on Zoom dates, people that you're meeting on apps. There are ways to make sure you look good, make sure that you smile, and hold the gaze a little bit. And don't forget to be funny, guys. Women love humor. In fact, I have an episode of my podcast, Mating Matters, called Funny is for Foreplay, where I interview a researcher who spent decades studying the mating strategy of humor for both genders. You'll have to have a listen. We'll see you next time on Local Now. I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh. You can follow me anywhere on my social media at Dr. Wendy Walsh. See you soon.